Good afternoon and welcome to Love Your Business TV. Great welcome to all our visitors this week. We've got quite a few new viewers this week and quite a lot of guys that are returning. So a massive warm welcome to you all, and I really hope you enjoy this week's show. For me, I am Adrian Peck. Let's just put this up. So welcome to Love Your Business. I'm Adrian Peck. I'm entrepreneur and author let's just swatch this around a bit. So I'm entrepreneur and author of How to Fall Back in Love with Your Business, the Entrepreneur's Guide to Rediscovering Your Mojo and Enjoying Every Day by Living Your Dream. I am also founder and owner of Better Never Stops. We deliver business advice and coaching programs to entrepreneurs and business owners all across the UK, and they are really aimed at business owners that want or who have or want to run £1 million plus turnover companies. Now I'm on an absolute mission to help the UK business owners and entrepreneurs fall in love with their business, or to stay in love with their business, or if you're starting to waver in terms of that love, to really get your mojo and motivation and enthusiasm back for your business. So every single week we deliver Love Your Business TV to the nation. We stream live on Facebook and on YouTube, and please get in touch with us as we're going along as well. So it's a really warm welcome to you. So just click this on here. So the agenda is very straightforward every single week. We're going to talk to you, I'll give you some advice around some business tips based on our success model, which I'll talk to you in a second about. We've got our Love Your Business surgery, where we've got some live questions where we're answering from our audience. And we also want your positive news. So I want to give you the opportunity to share your great news, something that your business has won, an award, an achievement, a new business, perhaps or even a really great testimonial. We want to share that with everybody, and I'm happy to promote your business to the nation. So that's part of it. So this week we are talking about control panels. So we're talking about really performance measures your business. We're going to touch on kind of why they're important, and I'll give you some hints and tips and a way of actually putting some performance measures in your business. So the moving straight on, I'll get this mouse sorted out in a second. So every single week I pick out one area from our success model. Success is based on strategy, empowerment, control panel, cash, efficiency, separate, and scale. These are the 7 kind of key elements of every single business. The 7 key elements. If you've got all of these 7 elements right, if you like the 7 ingredients to a business, you will have a successful business. I've been working with business owners. I've met and worked with hundreds of business owners since 2011. And the one thing I found is these are the 7 key elements that you need in your business. So every single week we pull out one key area, and we focus in on that area. And I'm happy to share some hints and tips with you. Also in the coming weeks, I'm starting to get some owners or some partners now lined up who are also going to share their wisdom with you as well and provide you with lots of business advice and guidance to help you fall in love with your business or stay in love with your business. So moving on this week, like I say, we're going to be looking at I will get this mouse ready today, look, to control panel. Again, it's straight out of my book, How to Fall Back in Love with Your Business. Talk about control panels, and really we're talking about a dashboard of your business, and about performance measures and knowing how well your business is doing. So it's about plan, measure, manage. Once you've set a plan in place for your business, you need to put the measures in place to know where you are on that journey, and then to manage the results of those measures, and then keep moving forward. My analogy always is to business owners is really about running your business It's really about like going on a journey. Once you've got that destination in mind, you need to know where you are on that journey, and therefore you've got to have those control measures in place, and a control panel. So we're going to talk about kind of why you need it and what it is that you need to measure. And then I say we've got an action plan for you, very simple steps for you to take away and actually put your own action plan into, your own control panel into your business. So I will get this right in a second. Here we go. So why? So we're going to talk about two things really, about speeding tickets and teamwork. Why do you need a control panel in your business? Well, first of all, I want you to imagine driving your car without a dashboard. So you're not going to have any dashboard at all. How quickly do you think you'll end up getting a speeding ticket? Because if you don't know how fast your car is going, how would you know? How would you then not get a speeding ticket? Now, it's the same analogy really for your business. If you don't know how fast your business is going, how well it's performing, how would you expect to be in full control of it? And that's the whole point of having a dashboard in your car. The second reason to have a I'm going to get this mouse right today. Look, the second reason. The second reason is about teamwork. Now, anybody that's played any competitive sports, particularly competitive sports at a team, you imagine having that game, that match, whatever that looks like in terms of your team sport, without knowing the score, or not knowing the score until right to the end. How would you perform in that sport if you didn't know the result or know how you were doing through it? So if you take something as quite as complex as cricket, for instance, and I apologise if you're a cricket expert, I'm sorry to patronise, but cricket is actually quite a complex sport. Now, if you were in the field of play and you were fielding as a fielder, it'd be very easy to get lost in terms of actually how the other team was doing. Because you couldn't actually, as a fielder, you couldn't sit there and count the number of runs that have been scored as the game was going on. But of course, you can glance up the scoreboard and you can see how your how your game is doing, and how that whole piece is going. So it's the same thing for a team in a business. How do you think your team knows how the business is performing if they haven't got a scoreboard? So the whole reason about having this control panel, this scoreboard, is it's going to unite it. Business is a team sport. It works best when a team comes together. Having a control panel, you're going to have that a clear line of sight about what it is your business is doing, how well it's performing. And that's going to help your team. So it's going to unite your team. It's going to provide focus as well for a team. If you actually know, so you take a cricket score, again, I apologise if you have no understanding at all for cricket at all, but if a cricket score, you've been out to bat and you've got 120 runs on the board, you know that your objective now is to make sure the other team doesn't score any more than 120 runs. That's your absolute objective. Now, if you took that scoreboard off the scoreboard for them, and now the fielding team have now got to play that game without knowing the end result, or not knowing how the other team is scoring. It'd be fairly impossible for them to control the match. Now, that's the same thing in your business. Your team needs to know where they are against their scores. Of course, you need some scores to start with, or you need the idea of what it is you're trying to score, and then you need the scores up there. So it provides absolute focus for it as well. The other part in that whole piece, of course, it gives team a sense of achievement. If they know how well they're doing in that whole in the game, they are going to be more engaged to it, and they have the achievement when they hit the results as well. Again, that brings a team together, and business is a team sport. So what is it? What is it we're going to measure? And it's always a big question that a lot of business owners, kind of where do we start with it? Now, they can be very complex. If you take, picking a modern day dashboard on your car, it's got loads and loads and loads of actual dials and different indicators, different lights and stuff that comes up that tell you the condition of your car and how it's doing. So it can be really, really complex. But my message to you is keep it simple. Keep it really, really simple. Because actually, for a car, you could drive a car on 3 measures. You can drive a car knowing how fast you're going, how much fuel you've got, and how many miles you've actually covered. In fact, I think that's pretty much the legal requirements these days as well for a car. So you could drive any car based on that same, on those, having those three simple dials on your car. And my analogy to you really is the same for your business. And I'm going to show you how you can have just 3 simple measures in your business, and you can then drive your business and keep it really, really simple. So we're going to talk about, I really apologize for this mouse, I'm not getting it today. Keep it really, really simple. We're going to talk about the 3 F's. So how fast, how much fuel, and how far. So how fast is your business running? How much fuel is it using or has it got left? And then how far has it come? So if we equate that to a business, I think we're going to talk about fast really to me is about sales. So how fast is your business running is how much sales that is building up, sales or orders or leads, and there's various bits. The fuel really, and the fuel it's yielding to me is all about operations. So how well are your operations doing as well? And then how far is really all the financial results. So, and how much gross profit or profit that it's making is your pure financial result. So we're going to hone in on these 3, the 3 F's, fast, fuel, and far. How fast is it going? How much fuel and how far you come? So I've got an example here. The numbers in here are purely for demonstration only, but how fast? So this is U-Heat. This is one of my clients that I've been working with. They measure how fast they're done on the number of inquiries they're actually receiving every single day, every single week, every single month. And of course, they've got a target of the number of inquiries the business wants to deliver on. The fuel, and the one thing I always try and work with my clients, we try and get down to one operational measure that really tells the whole business how well it's doing operationally. For U-Heat, it's about the number of orders that are out on time. So the orders that have gone out and delivered on time, that's the real key measure to them. So they know if they've got all the orders out on time, they're going to have happy customers. And how far is about gross profit. And that's a key thing that they have there. All their sales guys, the whole business is really focused on is gross profit. So their fast is about how many inquiries they're generating. Their fuel is about getting the orders out on time, and how far is about gross profit. Let me share with you another one. Whistler's Frames Conservatories Direct in Bury St Edmunds. They are a windows doors conservatory company. Again, their fast is about leads and orders. That's their absolute focus, is how many leads they're generating and the value of the orders that they've taken. Their fuel is the installations that have gone out and actually been delivered on time. So it's kind of very similar to U-Heat, but there is their installations that have been completed 100% on time, and they've actually been completed as well. So that's down to the customer expectations. Again, that's a really, really key driver to them. And then how far is the value of their sales that have been invoiced during that period. So they start obviously at the beginning of every month at 0. They have a target to reach, and they know then that how far they're going is where they are against the number of sales that have been invoiced. Again, purely these are all fictional numbers that I've put in here, so please don't take them too seriously. So your action now really is about how could you put that in your business? How could what does fast look like for you? So how you're going to measure sales? What does the fuel side of it, what does operationals look like for you? How are you going to measure that? And then in terms of how far you're going is around financials. The one thing I will urge you to do is on financials is really focus on either want to be gross profit or want to be profit. Please don't make your FAR about sales revenue. Sales revenue means absolutely nothing if you're making no profit. So I would recommend that you focus on gross profit or on profit. That's really key. So your action plan now is to look at your own business. What could you put in place in terms of your sales measures? What could you put in place as your fuel? So how would you know how fast your business is what you're consuming as a business, and then how far is in your financials. Keep it simple. That's my big message to you. Keep it simple. Otherwise, you'll lose your team. They won't understand it, and it also gets very overly complex then to manage and distribute those results as well. And so I hope that really helps. There is a whole chapter in my book. If you want to grab on that, if you go to success.co.uk and /free book offer, you can actually get a copy of my book free of charge. There's one you can download as a PDF, or for just £3.75 you can actually get a hardback copy. We just pay for the shipping on that. We'll get that over to you as well. So it's success with an E .co.uk, and you can get a copy of the book. Moving on, let's in terms of surgery, I've got one of the questions I get asked a lot is around software for dashboards, I always get very concerned. So a lot of my business owners will say to me, is there any really great software you can recommend, Adrian? We want to build this dashboard for our business. What I'm always careful of is I see business owners, they get very motivated by going after shiny stuff. So in terms of dashboards, they want to kind of have a bit of software that's going to do it all for them. But actually, again, keep it simple. I can give you a dashboard for less than £30. Less than £30, I can give you a dashboard. The dashboard is really simple. If you go onto Amazon and you go and buy yourself, there are other stores, of course. If you go onto Amazon, you can go and buy yourself a kind of I don't know what it is. It's about 1.5 meters by 2 meters. Probably not bad. Probably about 1.5 meters by 1 meter. Whiteboard. A whiteboard. That's all you need in your business is a whiteboard. Go and buy yourself a whiteboard and some pens. Whiteboard and some pens, and you can very quickly and very easily and very cost effectively build yourself a dashboard. You put up your 3 measures in terms of what's your fuel, what's your fast, what's your fuel, and then what's your FAR. And you can go up to it every single day and you can put the measures in, you can wipe it out and put the next one up the following day to where you are. That's going to cost you very little money. I would get that up and going first before you do anything else. Don't go off and start worrying about very complex spreadsheets and stuff. You don't need to do it. Have a simple whiteboard, and that will do it. In terms of other questions, I've got another question on here from John. We've got a restaurant in Bedford. How do you see what the measures would be for our business using your 3F model? Okay. So you've got a restaurant. So I'm not quite sure obviously what type of restaurant it is. But so your fast, in terms of your fast would be, I'm guessing that you would be something like the number of bookings. So how booked up are you getting in your restaurant? And then probably the revenue that you're taking every single day. for your obviously for the meals that you're selling. I would think that must be your fast. That tells you how quickly your business is running. The second part then in terms of operations is probably reviews, I'm guessing. You'd want to know operationally, if you want to get it down to one single measure, would be then how many customers are leaving reviews and how positive those reviews are. And then thirdly, for your how far, it's got to be gross profit. You would know roughly what your sales are going to be. You'd know roughly what your cost of your materials are in terms of the food, the raw materials, that your raw food that you're buying in. And therefore you would know quite quickly how much your gross profit should be. So I would recommend that for you, John. So your fast is your bookings and your revenues per day, per week, per month. Your operation side of it, your fuel would be on reviews. And then your last part in terms of your, have your far is then on your gross profit. That's what I recommend to you, John. But please, I don't think I've got any other questions on there, but please keep them coming in. If you've got any other questions, we'll just send them into them during the week, and we'll get them answered each when we go live every single Tuesday. I'm still waiting as well for some successes. You're being a bit shy out there in terms of sharing your success stories. I want to provide a platform for UK businesses to share with other businesses their great results. So it might be an award you've won. It might be some accreditation that you've won. It might be a new customer you've won, some really nice new business. It could be a great testimonial you got from a customer. I want you to share it with us. Share with us what it is you've got. And I will post it up and we'll talk about that, and we'll pick 2 or 3 every single week, and we'll put your logos and stuff up, and we'll talk about your business, and we'll share that, and we'll share it on our Facebook pages and stuff as well, and we'll share your great results. So please don't be shy. If you go to loveyourbusiness.tv, there's a form on there you can fill out, and you can share your success stories with us every single week. So that's kind of it for this week. Next week, we're talking about cash. Oh, yes. I'm looking forward to that. I'll show you some really simple stuff you can do in terms of managing the finances in your business. That'd be really exciting. If you want to reach out to me, adrian.peck@peckuk.com, adrian.peck@peckuk.com. If you want a free book, you can let me know through that email address as well. And also jump on our website, which is loveyourbusiness.tv. That takes you to our Better Never Stops website, and we've got a page just there for you as well. So thank you very much. Thank you for everybody for watching this week. I look forward to joining you again next week. And next week we're going to talk about cash. So thank you very much, and Love Your Business TV. I'm Adrian Peck. Thank you very much. Goodbye.